Hello everyone and welcome back to KozStreamsTV. We're going to be going over a bunch of stuff that we do every week this week. We're going to talk about my monk. We've got some actual exciting news to go over there. I want to talk about gold farming, and this week will really determine if we can get a second account. I want to see where we're at there, and the main thing I want to start off with is talking about how much I did not enjoy doing Zekvir ? And I'm going to explain why. First of all, I did it on my death knight because he's the one I've been doing most of my achievements on, right? And at first I kind of went in and I got him right down to about 50% in the P2. I'm like, hey, this isn't too bad. I got this. And then I started to experience some of the messiness of the overlaps of mechanics. I started realizing that every time the terror web spawns, it is almost always up against the wall. So as a tank, you think I'd be used to wall POV. I am. The frustrating thing was that when I was in wall POV, I ended up missing the healing kick, and it would drive me nuts, and I would just basically wait to die and go again, or because the boss is in the middle of the room and the web is at the other end of the room, I run over there, start hitting the web, and he does his frontal, and because that is the widest part of the frontal, I end up getting hit by it and dying. Oh, the frustration was so real. It took me about 2 hours to finally kill Zekvir, and in between that time I had to walk away and I went to the gym to blow off some steam because I was getting so incredibly irritated and frustrated with, in my opinion, even though everything is timed, the timers don't always line up, and then you get really stupid overlaps. One of the other really weird things that I kept experiencing is sometimes the terror webs would spawn in the wall, and if they weren't in the wall, they would spawn on the stairs, and they would evade all of my hits. And then when you get the spider and it web blasts you and it stuns you, and then you get the heal going off, and then suddenly there's a frontal, and then suddenly, okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. All I know is that I did not enjoy that encounter whatsoever. I got it so I can get the last few achievements I needed in Delves, and then it also gave me the additional transmutation for the Delve mount, so I got that as well. But oh my goodness, what a just headache of a fight. There's so many times I'd get to 5%, I'd go run out to get the terror web, and I'd be killing it. Suddenly all 5 portals would spawn around me, and for some reason I'm getting pulled through all of the portals and appear right in front of the boss and into his frontal, or the 1% wipe I had, or all of the wipes I had that if I was in the frontal, it didn't register and I didn't get hit, and then when I thought I was out of the frontal, I died immediately. I don't know if those were server issues or what it was, maybe it's a skill issue. I highly doubt it though. All I know is that after about 2 hours, we finally killed Zekvir. I think I went from 5% to 3% the next pull to 1% the pull after that. And then I finally got him a couple pulls later. I was so glad it was over. I basically, as soon as I got my achievements, I looted the boss, I exited the delve, and I alt F4'd. I was done. I had enough. I never want to see that boss again. I'm not looking forward to what they release in season 2. I'll do it just for the achievement, but oh my god, I hated it there. I did not like it. I never want to go back. I do not plan on going back. And now that epic rant is finally over, let's jump into the game and go over the monk, because I am excited to share some new updates with him. First of all, in our Mythic Queen prog, we have seen P3. We think we have the boss down to 36-ish, 37% right now. That's exciting. I'm hoping this week we see some more progression on that. But the main thing I want to talk about the monk, there's no update to his item level. Still basically the same. Vaults have not been very good, so we'll see what we get this week. I did manage to get 4 Mythic keys done, which I don't know what it was last week, but for some reason I was doing Mythic 10 and they were disbands because I did Stonevault a couple times. The healer kept dispelling early. I died to one of them. Most of the times I can survive, but overall we couldn't really get through that because other players were dying. And then the other Stonevault, 10 Stonevault I did, the healer was running into the actual earth shatters, breaking them himself and dying instantly. It was a really weird weekend for keys, but some good did come out of it. For those of you who tuned in on Sunday, we were pushing to try to get some of the 12s we still needed, and voila, it's exactly what we did. We managed to get our IO up from 2879 to 2909, meaning we had a total of 30 points, and all of those points came from 2 Siege of Paralysis. We actually did 4 in total on Sunday. 2 of them were timed. The first one we ended up getting 28 points for. It wasn't the cleanest run, but it was timed. And then we did another key later with a few friends, and that was much smoother, and we ended up getting 2 additional points for that. So we got a total of 30 points from Siege of Morales. So I'm very excited that we got another 12 out of the way. Now that leaves us with Stonevault and Grim Batol. So I will probably focus on that this week. All right, let's quickly jump into the game here, and we're going to open the vault. It is in Windwalker. We're actually in Windwalker spec. We're doing some raid, but we will have 2 raid slots, 2 mythic slots, and let's see what we get this week. Let's see. For our raid slots, nothing of value, since we already have mythic track pieces in those slots. And then in our mythic track, we have a ring, haste, burst, speed, which would be great for Windwalker if I wanted to take that. And then we also have a mythic track cloak, which is a significant upgrade. Still crit verse, which is our best stats, more crit on this one. So I think I'm going to take this cloak because we still need to get an upgraded cloak, and this should actually give us the achievement when we upgrade it to 639. Yep, and there it is. We have the achievement Harbinger of the Gilded for the discounts now on our alts. It only took us till week 18 to get it done, but here we go. We've got that done now, and the monk is now up to 639.25 eye level. And so the plan on the monk this week, it's like I kind of mentioned last week, the monk is starting to feel like a chore. It's starting to feel like homework, and I really did struggle this week getting his keys done. So what I may really focus on this week with the monk is raid. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to Mythic Queen. I'm hoping to get some more additional P3 prog. It's going to be so exciting. I will be streaming that on Thursday. And then overall, I may do some more heroic runs to try to get Mad Queens and most likely continue to do Mythic Plus. I will at least do the 4. 8 is starting to feel really, really rough. So that's the plan on the monk, and I don't have an update on the mage because we didn't really play the mage last week. Like I said, I didn't really sit down and focus much on hearing or doing Mythic Plus, but something I did do last week is spend quite a bit of time playing Plunderstorm, and because I was playing Plunderstorm, getting my dailies done, I actually did enjoy it. I understood what was going on, and we managed to get some mounts out of that. So we have 6 new mounts to quickly take a look at. I'm going to run through them fairly quickly. Most are from Plunderstorm. 1 is from Siren's Isle, and 1 is from the 12-month sub. So we're quickly going to run through those. So jumping right into it, we will start with the 12-month subscription mount that you get, the Timbered Sky Snake. Now, the thing I like about this one is the mount special, where it fires some fireworks into the sky. I may use this on my monk. It's kind of fitting as a monk to have this snake that does this really cool fireworky animation thing. So that is the first mount we got. The second mount we got is the Prismatic Snapdragon. This is the one that you get from doing the quest in Siren Isles. After you do it for a few days, it grows into the Snapdragon, and then the final part of the quest chain is to actually get it as a mount. So that is the second mount we got. And then just jumping into some of the Plunderstorm mounts, this is what they look like. This is the first one we got, the Royal Sea Feather. That is one of the 4 that we have. We still have 1 more to get out of the event, but this is the first one we got. The next one we got is Polly Roger, which to me is basically the Royal Sea Feather, but with some pirate gear on him. He's got the pirate hook, the pirate hat. I really like this mount. I have favorited the Plunderstorm ones because I do like them. And it kind of reminds me of some of the Freehold mounts as well. So yeah, this is the second mount we got. And the third mount from Plunderstorm is the Plunderlord's Midnight Crocodilist, just another crocodile mount. I wonder if these guys actually swim faster. Something I might try, but yeah, here's the third mount we got. And the fourth and final Plunderstorm mount is the Silver Tide Stallion. Now, I really like this for an aquatic mount. It actually looks fantastic. It really does look like a stallion. Yeah, I'm definitely very happy with this. This one I will use as an aquatic mount. There are occasions when you have to swim around in the game, so I will favorite this, put it on my bar, and use it as an aquatic mount as often as I can. All right, and next up, we are taking a look at our profits from gold farming. Now, I did spend quite a bit of time this week actually doing some farming. And it's funny because even though I felt like I did a lot, I don't think I made a lot of sales. There are a couple of high-ticket items that I did get that I know one of them sold, but it's not a crazy amount. I think it's like a 20K, but let's take a look at what we got. This is the first character. We're going to go through these as quickly as possible. I'm not going to discuss what we get in these, but this is actually a very nice 13K mailbox. Good start to the mailbox opening. We went into this week with 2,300,000 gold. This is a small little 8K mailbox. Yeah, we started the week with 2,300,000 gold. However, I did take 100K and I used it for a third warband tab. So now I have 3. It's a lot easier to deal with some of the items and whatnot. But here, actually a pretty decent 20K mailbox. Not bad at all. So then after taking out the 100K, I also took out 10K. So we actually started the week at 2,190,000. Kind of where we ended up last week before we got all our profits. So we're kind of back to where we were, but you know, I did use the funds for something good. But this is actually a pretty decent mailbox. Very small, but 35K and just really big ticket items here. The Shadow Ghast Helm, which is for the Shadowlands crafted, and then a green belt for 7K. Not bad at all. I'm happy with that mailbox, 35K. Small little 13K on this guy. All right, going on to the next guy, we've got a 17K mailbox here. Yeah, not a lot of sales this week. All right, jumping on. This is one of my like main realms that I sell on, and again, not many sales. This is a decent mailbox because it's 32K and with mainly a lot of the more expensive stuff selling. But man, overall, this has been a very quiet week for sales. All right, and last up, this is our main realm. This is the one that we've had like 140K mailboxes on, and let's see how we're doing today. But like I said, I knew there was one decent item that sold, which was for 19K. I got a couple of these on different servers. This one sold for 19K. I've got one up for a lot more than that. We'll see if that sells, but overall, not a bad mailbox, 52K. So really, let's go see what we got overall this week. I don't think we've made a high profit. So yeah, taking a look at our overall sales, we started at 2,300,000. We're only at 2.375 million gold. So that means even though we've only made 75K from where we ended last week at, with the gold spent on the warband tab, we actually made 185K. So really not bad. Like I said, if every week I can make 100K, I can actually afford a second World of Warcraft account to handle dealing with a lot of my auctions, farming certain toys or sprayers that sell decent items. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to take the 300K and buy a WoW token and see if this experiment pays off. This will be my first time doing something like this. I'm curious how that's going to play out. So we will discuss that a little bit in the upcoming videos. But for now, not bad. I'm happy with that. We made 180K, 85K this week, and we've got some more items. I've restocked the auction houses fairly well, so we'll see how all of that plays out. And so with that, let's talk about week 19 a little bit. I have been slowing down significantly on the monk. Doing keys on him have been more of a chore than anything lately. I really did enjoy the 12s this week that we did. He felt really good. I feel very confident going into 12. So, I mean, I still may do those 12s on the monk. See, he is close. He's 91 points away from 3K. Maybe it's possible I just got to get some 13s done, so we may try that. But I was thinking I may actually start gearing a prop paladin to see what the difference is like playing one of the meta specs. I don't think I've really followed the meta in any season, or if I do, it's right at the end of the season. I'll try it out, and this is the perfect time to start working on a prop paladin. You may see a little of that on streams. Definitely going to play some more Plunderstorm this week. I've been enjoying it, so I think I'm going to get the last mount I need. I'm going to get the transmogs I need. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I didn't play it the first time around, and I'm kind of glad I'm playing it now because it does feel really good. The abilities feel fun. There are games where you load in and you just instantly die, but that's okay. I'm going to give that more of a shot. I've got some achievements on I work through. I want to get some more of the stuff done on the delves. I think there is one more story I need for one of the delves and it hasn't spawned, so I'm hoping this week it spawns. I can get that done. I'm going to focus on the Siesbarg mount. I'm doing the City of Threads farm. I'm at like just over 100 now. I think every 2 runs I would have like 110, 120 of the required vials that I need. So I figure, you know, do a couple of those here and there and see how far I can get. Maybe I'll just sit down, grind it all out. I don't know. We'll see how that looks. And then I'd like to continue doing some more gold farming. My goal is 100K a week above what I use. So say if I use 50K for alts or, you know, repairs or raid consumables, then I have to make 150K that week to actually supplement what I want. So I'm going to see what that looks like. I've got a few more farms I want to try out, different dungeon farms to fill up, different outdoor world farms, and some unique items that if I can get would sell for a very large amount. So that is what week 19 is looking like. I'm so glad I don't have to do Zekvir ever again. Not touching that place. There is no reason to go back in there whatsoever. And that is it for me. I hope you guys have been having a fantastic week. I mean, I hope you're still playing the game. It has quieted down quite a bit, which isn't surprising. We are going into week 19, into week 20 almost, which means we are getting close to 11.1, and I'm looking forward to that. I will most likely main my monk. More to be determined a little later, but until next time, I'll catch you guys in KozStreamsTV, the Mythic Plus Arena, or maybe we'll go plundering. Have a fantastic week, everyone. Peace out.